CBN bans use of foreign currencies for transactions. So you are banning use of foreign currency for transaction. I don't understand. Is it locally or internationally? That is the question. Who is using dollar to buy things in Nigeria? Nobody, apart from Dangote. Yes, others need the dollars to buy goods abroad and bring to Nigeria as importers. That is what they do, and that is a legitimate business. Dangote is the only person that is using dollar in Nigeria, and he's also using it to buy crude and buy materials for his refinery or ship in materials for his cement factories and the rest of them, sugar and Indomie. Okay, or Nodo rather. So who is using dollar to buy things in Nigeria now? And how do you know who is using dollar to buy things? Yeah, the CBN. The Central Bank of Nigeria has warned against the use of foreign currency as a medium of exchange in the country. Okay, that's in Nigeria. So the Apex Bank gave the warning in a statement on Sunday, which was signed by its Director of Corporate Communications, Ibrahim Muazu. So it said some institutions price their goods and services and also demand payment in foreign currency rather than the Naira, which is the domestic currency. Okay, that makes a bit of sense. The Apex Bank said the consequences for the use of foreign currency as a medium of exchange include a fine or a 6-month prison term. So it therefore advised the public to report any contravention of the provision of the CBN Act to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the CBN for appropriate action against defaulters. If you don't want people to spend dollar in Nigeria, then make your currency have value, protect it, build it up, beef it up, show it up, show its value, improve its market power, the purchasing power. That is when people will like your money. People will not like your money when it is almost equivalent to tissue paper or next to tissue paper. That is it. Nigerian money now is almost next to tissue paper. So who will like tissue paper? Tissue paper is used for shit. So you need to understand that. So if you want people to like your money, in as much as it is also not patriotic for people to use dollar in Nigeria as medium of exchange, okay, it is also very bad that the Naira you want people to depend on has no value, both locally and internationally. That is another thing. And again, you also understand that in advanced countries too, people still use, like if you go to places like UK, people still spend dollars, euros, and pounds together. You are not stopped from using pounds alone because they have been able to tighten and control the exchange rate in a manner that having the three currencies available in circulation has no impact on the economy. That is it. Okay, so if you go to their ATM machines, especially at the airport, you will see that people have ATM machines for both dollar, pounds, and euro. Okay, and even French money. So you need to understand that as well. So the statement reads, he continued, the attention of the bank has been drawn to the increasing use of foreign currencies in the domestic economy as a medium of payment for goods and services by individuals and corporates, advising members of the public to report any contravention of the provision of the CBN Act to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the CBN for appropriate action against defaulters. Okay. So it has also been observed that some institutions price their goods and services in foreign currencies and demand payments in foreign currencies rather than the domestic currency, the Naira, which is the legal tender in Nigeria. For the avoidance of that, the attention of the general public is hereby drawn to the provisions of the CBN Act of 2007, which states inter alia that the currency notes issued by the bank shall be legal tender in Nigeria for the payment of any amount. Furthermore, the Act stipulates that any persons who contravene this provision is guilty of an offense and shall be liable on conviction to a prescribed fine or 6 months imprisonment. Can you imagine? This prohibition, however, is without prejudice to foreigners, visitors, and tourists who are encouraged to continue to use their cards for payment or exchange their money currency for local currency at any of the authorized dealers' outposts. Okay. The general public is hereby advised to report any contravention of the provision of this Act to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Central Bank of Nigeria for appropriate action. Okay. Thank God you have exempted the tourists and other people. Okay. All other locally made goods should be in Naira. That's a good move. But if you want people to trust your Naira, you better show its value. You better improve its purchasing power. You better shake it up and let it not be next to tissue paper. That is it. And somebody is writing here, saying, but that's good government, and that is the reason why Naira is nothing. That is not the reason why Naira is nothing. The reason why Naira is nothing is because Nigeria is consuming and not producing anything. GDP is net zero. That is it. That is not new. It has been said several times years ago. Even previous CBN governors have said it exactly. So there's nothing new there. Nonsense. What is this got to do with scarcity of dollars? What about government that pays some workers with dollars? Okay, there are some government workers that receive their salaries in dollars. Nigeria has failed. Period. Stop blaming people for your failure. Stupid people in nonsense country. So, what about those government officials and those politicians that have heaped dollars? Okay, someone like Betaidu was seen distributing dollars to her workers. I think that was sometime before the Christmas. Okay, to all the people, all her subordinates working for her, giving them dollars for lunch in the office in Nigeria. Was she arrested? She was not arrested. The senior governor should go and sleep. Politicians are the reason Nigeria is sinking, not the public. That is it. So what type of government officials that insist that bribe must be paid to them in dollars? Yes, like Ganduje. Ganduje, what in his first tenure in office as governor of Kano State, was seen sitting on dollars. It's called, that is why his nickname today is called Gandola. So what has happened to him? Nothing. What about Atiku Abubakar and Tinubu that bought delegates with dollars during the delegates conference and their PDP and APC presidential primaries of last year, of 2022? They used dollars to buy delegates. And what did the government do about it? Why not bribe them in Naira if you trust your Naira so much? And they are coming to talk to the public. Advise the public. It doesn't have monitoring units or directorate to ensure compliance. Rubbish. Exactly. What about custom fees? Yes. Governors collect bribe in hard currency, etc., e.g. Edo State. Okay. In Aso Rock and several state government houses, dollar is what they use and paid to followers. Exactly. Betaidu did it when she gave dollar to her subordinates. So they told us that GEJ is running a kindergarten government with the likes of Okonjo-Iweala, Aruma Ote, Femi Adesina, etc. in his cabinet. Please, who be CBN Governor, Finance, and Coordinating Minister of Economy? Who is running a kindergarten government now? Funny people said, your Lagos boys. Okay, send your Lagos boys to go and learn economics from Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. That is smart, Rubbish policy. Don't worry, 2027, few years away, and you will see how your so-called policy will work during primary elections of your employer APC and PDP. Nigeria is a consumer country. We don't produce. Our politicians borrow dollars to embezzle. How do you expect such country to witness any positive change? I beg say that to those gullible Nigerians that think there is still hope in Nigeria. Da. Let the ban spread with severe punishment for any defaulter. One among many factors that depreciated our currency. This one na Agbadoria. Government should encourage rice and other imported goods through our port rather than bringing them through smuggling. Your system is rubbish, so that is why nothing will come genuinely. Bribe itself is illegal. Do you have any law backing its legality? Any law backing its legality? Asking bribe in dollars is one of crime with dual offenses. So that is what the CBN is saying, and that is what the public is also saying in reacting to the CBN banning the use of foreign currency for transaction in Nigeria. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.